Okay, now, before we go on to wealth objective number 4, let's just recap where we've been in the wealth objectives. Remembering that in my practice and my own personal finances, I use these wealth objectives as a baseline for everything that I do. A baseline to help me determine the right direction. So think about this. How do these sound to you? Build wealth efficiently, not based on risk. Plan for maximum enjoyment, and plan to pass on your maximum. Whatever your maximum was meant to be, let's make sure that it goes to the people and causes you care about. So hopefully you're thinking, those sound pretty good. I like those wealth objectives. I want to know what it is, what's about wealth objective number 4. Okay, so let's talk about wealth objective number 4. Number 4 is the plan must work under a variety of conditions, not just perfect. So let's just think about this. Let's say we had an appointment at 4 o'clock on Thursday. You're going to come in to visit with me. We've already looked over and gathered up your data, and I'm preparing for the meeting, and I call you before the appointment and I say, okay, here's the thing. I've looked over your data. Things look pretty good. I've got 2 options that we can build into your planning. Number 1, I can build failure in as an option for your planning. Or number 2, I can build it so that failure is not an option. So what I did was I chose option number 1, and failure will be an option in your planning, and I will look forward to seeing you at our appointment. How are you going to feel about that upcoming appointment? How are you going to feel about coming to visit me if I just told you that we're going to build failure in as an option in your planning? It's not too exciting, right? It's kind of like going to the airport and you're waiting to get on a plane, and the pilot comes onto the PA system in the waiting area and says, hey everybody, we've got calculations run about our upcoming flight, and I just wanted to let you know we've got a 64% chance of arriving safely at our destination. 64% chance is pretty good, but are you going to go look for another plane? Of course, you're not going to get on that plane. So why would it be any different with our financial plans? Why would we want to build failure in as an option in our planning? Don't we want to make sure that whatever it is that we do, whatever structure we create, don't we want to build it so that failure is not an option? If at all possible, to eliminate failure. That's what we're talking about with wealth objective number 4. So those are the 4 wealth objectives. What you have to ask next is, well, how do we know if we're following the 4 wealth objectives, if we're getting closer to them? Because if we're getting closer to them, maybe we know that we're doing the right thing. But if we're getting further away from them, how do we test that? How do we measure that? Okay, that's what we're going to talk about next in the LEAP discussion. We're going to talk about how we test and measure the decisions that we make working together. I hope you're enjoying the material so far. We've got a lot more to learn. I'll see you again.